You might have heard this before. Wake up at 5 a.m., meditate, go for a run, take a cold shower, drink green juice, get your life sorted out before the world wakes up. Sounds simple, right? But here's the thing. There are people who wake up at 5 a.m., and they're still just as lost as before. Only now they're sleepy too. The truth is, waking up early won't change your life. Only you can do that. And for that, perhaps, you just need some sleep. Over the past few years, waking up at 5 a.m. has almost become a badge of honor, as if the earlier you wake, the more spiritually evolved you must be. There's even a fancy name for it, the 5 a.m. Club. People who seem to wake up already enlightened, with a high-performance podcast playing in their brains. But there's just one issue. Not everyone is wired to be an early bird. Some people function better at night. They have amazing ideas at 10 p.m. They're creative when everyone else has already tuned out. Yet, these people often feel guilty because society glamorized the early morning as if it were the secret gateway to success. And this leads us to a question no one seems to ask. Is productivity really about what time you wake up, or about what you actually do when you're awake? By the way, if this intro already made you breathe a sigh of relief, or at least think, it's not just me feeling this way, go ahead and hit the like button. It helps this video reach more people who might also be putting too much pressure on themselves just because they don't wake up at the crack of dawn. Let's face it, waking up at 5 a.m. can be great. Yes, it really can. You wake up before the rest of the house. The world is silent. No emails, no WhatsApp messages, no notifications pulling at your attention. It's just you, the quiet darkness, and the illusion that you'll change the world before breakfast. Could it work? Sure, but only if you also go to bed by 9 p.m. Otherwise, you're just building up sleep debt while looking disciplined. Science is clear about this. Even 1 hour less sleep than necessary can cut your cognitive performance nearly in half. In other words, you might feel productive, but you're actually performing like someone who just had 3 cocktails and is now trying to fix an Excel spreadsheet. And here's the kicker. Some people wake up at 5, do everything right, but by 4 p.m. they're spiritually drained, desperately needing a reboot. You know that coworker who mysteriously disappears after lunch? Maybe they're hiding in a storage closet, desperately trying to squeeze in a 12-minute nap just to survive until quitting time. The truth is, the miracle of the morning quickly turns into an afternoon tragedy if you force yourself into a rhythm that's not naturally yours. Even worse, we've turned morning routines into competitions of virtue. I wake up at 5. Oh yeah? I wake up at 4:30. I haven't slept in weeks. I'm visionary. But nobody tells you your brain has its own chronotype, a biological signature that determines when you're naturally most alert, focused, and creative. If you're a night owl, your body simply wasn't designed to shine brightly at 5 a.m. Forcing it is like trying to run Windows on a microwave. Then comes the craziest part. You begin feeling inadequate. Not because you're unproductive, but because you can't keep up with a routine invented by an ex-Navy SEAL who trains before sunrise and runs on discipline, black coffee, and war trauma. The truth is, there's no universal magic formula. Some people thrive in the morning, others in the afternoon or night. The secret isn't the time you wake up, it's aligning your energy with your daily routine. Want more focus? Sleep better. Want more productivity? Find the time when your mind naturally lights up and protect it like gold. Want more energy? Take care of the basics. Sleep, nutrition, breaks, and breathing. No alarm clock can replace what your body is trying to tell you. Waking up at 5 a.m. might look great on Instagram, but waking up on your own schedule, rested, clear on what truly matters, that's what changes your life. All right, so if the issue isn't the exact time you wake up, but what you do with your time, what can you actually do to be productive, even if you're not part of the 5 a.m. club? Let's break it down clearly. Number 1, respect your biological clock. You don't have to force yourself into becoming an early bird. Instead, figure out when your energy naturally peaks. Is it morning, afternoon, late at night? Pay attention to when you feel most focused, energized, and creative. Once you discover your prime time, schedule your most important tasks during that window. That's your golden hour. Protect it. Now, I want to hear from you. When is your peak productivity time? Are you team night owl, shining bright late at night, or team early bird, waking up with a smile? Leave a comment down below. Let's show that productivity doesn't have a fixed schedule. Number 2. Prioritize sleep. Without sleep, nothing else works. Seriously. No planner, detox juice, or cold shower can make up for poor sleep. Develop a solid bedtime routine. Dim the lights in the evening. Avoid screens glued to your face in bed. If possible, go to sleep and wake up at roughly the same time every day. Sleep isn't a luxury, it's a productivity tool. Number 3. Have a morning ritual that's uniquely yours. Want to wake up at 6:30 and stretch? Great. Prefer 8 a.m. with coffee, music, and sunlight through the window? Perfect. You don't need a 28-step morning routine invented by some influencer in Dubai. What matters is starting your day intentionally. With a small ritual that centers you, that's powerful. Number 4. Productivity isn't speed, it's clarity. Trade wake up earlier for choose better. You don't need more hours, you need clearer direction. What genuinely needs to get done today? Make a list, prioritize it, remove distractions. Most importantly, focus on finishing tasks rather than starting everything at once. Number 5. Test, adjust, repeat. Sure, you can experiment with waking up earlier, but take it slowly. Set your alarm clock 15 minutes earlier each week. Notice how it feels. Listen to your body. Maybe your ideal isn't 5 a.m. Maybe it's 6:45. And that's fine. The goal isn't waking up before everyone else. It's waking up aligned with yourself. Let me tell you Leo's story. Leo was one of those guys who fell straight into the 5 a.m. club trap. He bought the book, took on the 21-day challenge, posted pictures of his alarm clock, even had a spreadsheet with everything: yoga, journaling, green juice, reading. In the first few days, it felt amazing. He was unstoppable, like some sort of entrepreneurial ninja monk. But then, after about a week, things changed. He started yawning during meetings, missing deadlines, snapping over tiny annoyances. And soon he began feeling like a failure because, ironically, Leo could wake up at 5 a.m., but he couldn't even last until 5 p.m. Then one day, exhausted, Leo slept until 9 a.m. and woke up feeling guilty. He thought he'd failed at the game of life. But that same day, without the pressure of his forced routine, he came up with his best work idea in months. He solved a problem that had kept him stuck for weeks. No green juice, no cold shower, just rested and present. Slowly, Leo ditched everyone else's rules. He started sleeping better. He started working at times when his mind was naturally creative. He built a routine that made sense for him. And interestingly enough, that's when his productivity truly skyrocketed. No guilt, no battle with the alarm clock. He realized he didn't need to wake up before the rest of the world. He just needed to wake up to himself. Waking up at 5 a.m. isn't a certificate of success. Waking up rested, clear about what matters, and ready to live your day intentionally, that's what truly makes a difference. You don't need to copy someone else's routine. You just need to create your own. A routine that respects your body, nourishes your mind, and honors who you genuinely are. Because it's not about waking up early, it's about waking up fully alive. And that can't happen at 5 a.m. or at 8 a.m. or whenever you decide to stop following formulas and start following your own truth. And if you're interested in understanding what really gives you more energy, more focus, more presence throughout your day, there's another video on this channel you'll love. Cold showers, what they really do to your body and mind. It's not just another influencer trend. In that video, I explain the real benefits, the potential risks, and most importantly, who should try it, who shouldn't, and how you can adapt it intelligently. Click the card or the link in the description, and let's continue this conversation.